It's fascinating. It's a really very interesting interpretation. I think it's definitely worth a read.
And you know what else is a land of woe away from the sight of God?
What's that?
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Pixel It. My name is Kevin. With me, as always, is Phil. On today's show, we are finishing a dumb book.
Oh, my God. We got 13 chapters of this dumb book left.
13 chapters of this dumb book. I finished reading the book today, and I remember maybe 65% of what I read.
Yep.
But if you remember all the time to give money to people who you like, you should head on over to patreon.com/pixelitpod, where we have many tiers, including free, $1, $5, and $10. $10 gets your name shouted out in every episode. So to that end, I want to thank And You're Hiding, Song 85, Jesus Loves You, Coliseum, Ruthless Mutter, Middle Things, Sigma Sal, Sanguine Flatulence, Shilude, Chet Beaks, Jamma, Thick, and Friendly Friend. Thank you so much for being a friend. Patreon.com/pixelitpod. Do it today. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we could just put this body in the marsh.
Man, let's just marsh this body. No more foreplay. Just
no
marsh
more foreplay.
Marsh permanently. I would like to point out, and here's the thing, and before we even get into this, without putting my cards on the table too much, Kevin knows better than anybody how, for me, I'm a series guy when it comes to this show. So no matter how bad a series we start is, if there are multiple books, I'm going to want to continue down that road. I'm planning on adding Diablo, the third Diablo book, to our lineup, despite the fact that we didn't really enjoy the first two.
I think we liked the first one.
The first one was okay. It was like but they were just kind of like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's. The first one was, and that was a lovely surprise. The first one was garbage, and it got better as we went. But I didn't know that. There are, I believe, 5 more Tex Murphy books.
Oh no.
I think 5 more, as in 6 total. I have absolutely zero interest in continuing this series. And
neither do I.
You listeners, if you guys gotta have it, if us suffering is entertainment enough for you to say, you know what, guys, please continue reading the series, we'll do it. We will. It's just this book has hit the perfect midway point between incompetence and sheer boredom.
Yep.
If it's not actively bumming us out for one reason or another, it is just dull as dishwater. And that we have certainly read worse books.
Yeah.
We have certainly read more boring books. But this, I think this like straddles a line that we have not run into before. And that line is, I don't even want to continue this series. So let us know. Hit us up in the Discord or on Blue Sky or wherever, and let us know, like, guys, I really do want you to keep reading these things, because 2 of them are not based on games at all. It's just a continuation.
Just more text.
Series. Yeah, it's just more text, which we know you want. Obviously.
We know you want it.
The thrilling character that everyone was asking for. Let us know. But I wanted to put my cards on the table with that much at least before we get started. So we are down to chapter 27. So in the last episode, Tex made it back to his office and was walloped in the head. And that was when we ended it. So we find that he has been assaulted by the goons of a Chinese woman who turns out to be Eddie Chang. Oh, Eddie. So she gets mad at him for stealing her statue, saying that this is like that basically reinforcing what the professor told us last time about this being like, this is a cult that wants to end the world, and the statue is involved somehow. They don't really get into why.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I'm just going to say that now. We really don't get into the whys of that. It's just this. I hesitate to even call it a MacGuffin.
I mean, it McGuffs.
Yeah,
in the way that people need it, but it's like it's not as fleshed out as, say, the Ark of the Covenant or
Maltese Falcon
or the Maltese Falcon or the Holy Grail or the One Ring or
absolutely
all your classic MacGuffins.
All of them, and it's like, I guess everyone wants this. The why is never fully explained. But anyway, she's mad at him, and she's kind of bitching him out. And true, this is true to Tex's character. He decides in this moment that it's like, I think I can trust her. And he bases that, this is not stated overtly in the text, but he bases it on the fact that she is chewing him out. He just kind of like goes, I think she's trustworthy. So he just kind of like lets her in on the whole thing. And like shows her the hard drive he's got with all the Colonel shit. And they find evidence that the cult is on the moon. It's headed to the moon. So they're gonna head to the moon too. You guys, chapter.
They're going to the moon.
They're going to the moon.
To the moon.
Why? Yeah. Why is it all alt-right Nazis love the moon? They really do.
They love the moon. Elon Musk is up there storing his sperm on the moon right now.
Right. Oceans of it underground.
Oceans. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even have to do it underground. There's plenty of space above ground.
True. But that's what he's telling everyone. He's like, yeah.
Talk totally about the sea of tranquility, huh?
I like it. Yeah, it's tranquil because there's no way that man has ever given his all to a woman his entire life.
Yeah.
That man is a lay back and tells the girl to sit on it kind of a fellow.
He is.
That is what he is. That's who he is.
That is a man who gets fake abs put in and then does no requisite workouts and he ends up looking like a barrel.
Yeah,
afterwards,
with random fleshy knobs.
Fleshy knobs.
So true.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 28. We're back at Louis. More food and coffee nonsense. We get a lot more. This is what I'm eating. This is what other people are eating. Two random ass characters that we have never seen. This is going to happen a lot in this.
There's going to be a lot of rando characters.
Randos everywhere, as far as the eye can see. They're playing chess. We've never seen them before. But who cares? Because he realizes that this is the key to the blue card puzzle. The bishop takes king, etc. I'm not going to get into the whole thing because it's a stretch. But basically, in the end, he realizes that this is basically a signal for a pawn. The pawn shop that they're in, it's a pawn place there. By the way, the key to all of this has been sitting in one of those safe deposit boxes.
Right there.
There. So it just so happens to be there. So they get it. It's a box with a watch and a note from the colonel inside, who basically says it's the classic "if you're reading this, then I am dead" kind of thing. And the colonel, this also makes no sense whatsoever on any level, because chess, because he is addressing Tex in this note. He is anticipating Tex specifically finding this. They have never spoken of chess. They have never, it was not a thing between the two of them. We don't get a flashback of him trying to teach him chess. Nothing like that. It would have been like if I was leaving something for Kevin and I left a code that like had ballet terms in it.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with ballet, but we don't know shit about that. Like I assume you don't.
I know fucking shit about
ballet. But that's the point. That's the point. I don't even know if he knows anything. So if I left him a clue that was based on esoteric ballet terminology, I'm just an idiot. I'm just kind of stupid. Right. Because it's like I don't even want him to find it. And that's how this feels. So there's a watch. It's just kind of a watch. And the note basically says, I'm counting on you to fight this good fight. Copyright,
fight the good fight. Yeah.
Fight the good fight for me, and do something beyond your usual shtick, and take this watch. And you're supposed to take it to Du Bois, who, for those of you playing the home game, is the kid who spilled like one of the last living Capricorn people, who left the bar and then was disappeared immediately. Yeah. So this kid's dead. So the person he's supposed to take it to is dead. But there's gotta be. Yeah.
It's the thing is, he didn't expect our pal Tex to be so dumb that like the rest of the plot proceeded, but it's like he went and he did side quests before doing the main quest.
Yeah, exactly. and soft locked himself.
Himself.
That's essential. And honestly, for the classic adventure point and click games, that would actually be hilarious. If there was like some self-referential shit where he's like, oh fuck, I soft locked myself. Like that could actually work. That is not what we're getting at here. Eddie Ching reaches out to Tex and says, we're headed to the moon. We already knew that. Chapter 29, their pilot, I've already forgotten his name. I have it written down here. Anyway, their pilot is what Tex describes as a quiet man of action, which he likes. And he says that he wishes more women were like that. And this is from a man who never, ever, ever shuts the fuck up. So this is when we're really actually starting to stink a little of manosphere shit. Before it was just kind of like common, bog standard 90s misogyny dames, right? Like, okay, fine. We're actually starting to get into some Andrew Tate shit here.
Yeah.
I like a man who's quiet and just does the things he needs to do without explaining them like a woman. Let me explain to you for half an hour what I'm talking about now. It's that kind of shit. So we get a few pages learning about space travel as they go to the moon. They give us some details on this world's. No one cares. It doesn't matter. Tex and Eddie spend the first night getting drunk on very good bourbon, I guess, and Tex tries to get to know her. And we get a lot of information that does not matter and will not matter. We learn a lot about her actually, and none of it matters. None of this is coming back.
Yeah.
So the next day, we get a long, unnecessarily long, description of how everyone is passing their time on the flight of the moon, including cribbage.
Don't need
Robert
it.
E. Howard. No. I appreciated the Robert E. Howard reference. I also love Conan. But we didn't need to know that one of the goons is flipping through, Robert E. Howard shit. I don't care. Once again, stop referencing Better Lit in your book. Stop. What are you doing? I don't know. All that made me do is go, I haven't read Conan in a while. I should pick one of those. I've got one of those I haven't read yet. All right. Chapter 30. We find out that, the pilot is basically, they're on a freighter and he's basically, I'm delivering shit. So you've got 8 hours while I deliver all this stuff to go and find, sneak into this genetic research systems complex and search for clues. They got nothing. They're just meant to fuck around and find out. And that's what they do. So they find a prison camp and they find evidence that it was recently hastily emptied. Later, Tex finds the body of about 8 of the GRS workers. And then he finds hundreds of dead bodies, men, women, and children. He compares it to the Holocaust, which is exactly what I want in my silly video game gumshoe book. Like,
yeah, it's great.
It gets, I was going to joke and say it gets real. It's not even, it's too much. It's like a new novel shows up. It's like now I'm actually supposed to to give a shit about Tex's thoughts on these hundreds of dead people. And it's also going to be extra hilarious later on. We'll get to that. But so all these dead people, and these are the prisoners that were excavated, evacuated from the air. They're all dead. He finds out that, he finds a message that it's a Resident Evil message. It implies that they were killed to test this super virus. And this is the same virus that they're going to be delivering to Earth. So they're literally trying to destroy Earth. They're trying to kill Earth. Chapter 31. Around this time, I am starting to notice a lot of spelling and punctuation errors. Yeah. Which is always a bad sign. Because we do know that this book was originally published in one form and then our author added more and self-published it again. And I think that this signals that this was like part of the shit that he's adding onto it, and he's in a hurry to get it out there. Why? No one knows. But yeah, we run into, on a side note, we run into a lot of little things, nothing major, but enough that you notice, and it makes you go,
just, the sun is coming up and the book is due.
Yeah.
For the 9 o'clock class. Exactly.
You owe 30,000 words at 5 a.m. It's 4:30 and you've got, 48. It's that kind of thing. So Tex hears Ching on a communicator. She's in a standoff. He makes it to the ship, sees that the pilot is with these unfamiliar goons and realizes they've been set up. He hides somewhere in the ship, hides from them, hears them talk a little bit, gets to know them a little bit, and then he is found, tied up, hit in the head. The easy way.
Easy way. And this is like the fourth time this has happened in the book.
Oh my God. He has got brain damage. It is not normal to black out from head wounds this frequently. This is not good. They did a whole thing on Archer about that, which always cracked me the fuck up. Whereas like I was unconscious for like a minute and a half. Oh, that is so dangerous. Are you kidding me? Like just pointing out how movies are bullshit when it comes to that.
One of my favorite bits in later season Archer is just like him talking about how bad it is that he's been shot so many times. Like, I think there's probably some sort of like lead poisoning issue that I got to worry about.
I love that show. First and foremost,
his hearing, they make sure to show you like, his hearing isn't getting better.
It's not. I had a friend. Oh, I hesitate. He was a guy I met. Me and a couple of friends in Savannah got a great big house. It was a steal rent wise for the three of us. With three of us there, it was huge, and we were all excited. And literally a month in, one of the guy I didn't know as well, says, "Guys, I really hate to do this. I'm sorry, but I have to move to Atlanta." He was an animator, and he was like, I got an opportunity for some Adult Swim shit, and I have to take it. And I understood, but I was also kind of pissed at him because with it just being the two of us, it was that much harder, and it took us forever to get another roommate, and it ended up being my ex. It was not a good time. And then I found out that it was Archer, and that show came out, and I said, well, let's support him. Let's watch the show. And I was like, oh, I forgive everything. Yeah. All is forgiven. This needed to happen. You needed to be a part of this.
Archer is the rare show where it was written entirely, I believe through the entire series, it's written by one guy.
Is it really?
Wow. I don't think there's a writer's room. There is just the guy who wrote it.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's not a thing.
That is not a thing in TV. And no. I might be speaking out of turn, but I'm pretty sure Adam Reed
just wrote all of it.
Wrote all of it.
That is bananas. That is Babytown Frolics. That is absolutely
yeah, Archer, 143 episodes. He's credited with created by, creator, and written by on 143 episodes.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
I
just scroll down and check,
because that was the show that like even when they kind of like started to slip a little, like they would have these random seasons that were just like these self-contained, they were still really good and they were still really funny and oh, man.
Okay.
That's
so
crazy.
He wrote Jesus Christ. I think he wrote every episode from 2009 to 2019.
That is insanity.
And then there's like people who did like one-off episodes or like one episode here or two episodes there.
He was probably when he's going out of town for a wedding or some fucking thing. Like that's insane.
Yeah. So he didn't write every episode, but he wrote way much more than you would expect.
That is nuts.
So
yeah. All right. Speaking of don't bring up better media in your shitty media. Chapter 32. They are headed to the Moon Child Station. So Tex manages to escape into the station. He beats up the traitor, the traitorous fellow who was their pilot, and ties him up. And when he gets in there, it basically becomes clear they're planning on colonizing the moon. He needs to find the mole. There is a Capricorn mole somewhere in there. And once again, he's got nothing. There's nothing in terms of like, what am I going to do next? He has no leads. This is not a stirring, exciting factor, by the way. It's just confusing. It's like, wait, you have, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. He hears some women in an elevator talking about food, and it makes him hungry. So he heads to the station, this random ass food court.
He's like, I want some food now, and I'm going to get some food.
They've been talking about Italian food. I got to try the Italian food. And this guy, eating is a bigger part of his character line than, goddamn. I thought I would have somebody by the time I finished that sentence. Garfield. He's basically
he wants the lasagna. He's Garfield. Right, he wants the lasagna.
Exactly. Perfect. Because they do mention the lasagna. Perfect. There it is. He's hungry. So we get 2 more pages of food stuff. Describing the food and the ambiance and the other restaurants, by the way. We get all that. And
I just imagine the episode of The Office where they're in New York City and Michael Scott's like, I am going to get a real New York slice, and it shows him walking. Sbarro. He's going to Sbarro's.
True story. I was doing a summer internship at a theater in New York City, and Sbarro is everywhere, to be fair. And I would take,
I'll be honest, Sbarro's of the chain pizza places, not that bad. You can do work if you have to eat at a chain pizza place. Sbarro's is not bad, but the only thing is you're not going to really find Sbarro's outside of, like, I want to say the Northeast and randomly in airports.
I was just going to say airports are it's actually one of my favorite things to eat in the airport, which is going to make no sense. And when I tell you about this, I would take the same route every day to this theater near Union Square. And I would take the same route. And along the way, there was a little Sparrow. And I went in there, and I would go in on my way out, on my way back to my apartment. I would stop there and get a piece of pizza and eat it. And then, ride the subway and walk about half an hour back to my apartment in the Upper East Side. And I would about 15 minutes because it would be like a 10, 15-minute walk from my station, the last station, which I think was Hunter. This is all, it's so funny. This is all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
To this 6-story walk up that I was living in with my girlfriend and a couple of friends. And right as I got off that subway, I would always get the most gut crampingly dire shits. I would get the runs like nobody's business. And so I'm this 22-year-old, kid, like squirming and like moving like the little tight leg run. And this happened for weeks, Kevin, before I put 2 and 2 together and realized that Sbarro was giving me the shits. Yeah. I really thought that it was because I was walking so much these days. I never walked so much in my life. And so I just assumed, I was like, my insides are changing. I don't know. And then at one point I just skipped out on the pizza and I went, oh, I'm feeling perfectly fine. No drastic, internal changes here.
Right.
And I went, hey,
are these things related? That,
it has not. Maybe it was just that Sparrow because it has not happened at any of the other ones. Thank God, because as I pointed out, I really do love eating it at the airport. That is a bad place to get the runs.
That is anyway. A bad place to get the runs. So wait, did your building have an elevator or was
it was stairs? A walk up. It was 6 stories. We were at the top, and I had to all the way up.
You had to make the climb.
Yeah,
holding your butt.
Yeah, it was. We were at the very top of this old apartment.
Be honest, building. How many? This is a safe space. Just me, you, and all the listeners. How many pairs of pants?
Oh, I know that it got real close one time, but I don't think it ever hit the pants. I think there were probably. I'm going to be honest. There were probably more than one pair of boxer shorts that had to go immediately to the bottom of the bag. But thankfully, I don't think it never got to the pants. I think I remember that. I'm an adult man in his 40s. I've shit my pants several times in my life when I shouldn't have, like non-baby toddler shits. But that was thankfully that never got through to the pants themselves. That would have been ridiculous if it had gotten that far. Boy. Anyway. Everyone at home eating? Good.
If you aren't, go ahead and YouTube George Brett talking about shitting his pants.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor. It's just from about 15 years ago. He's a coach for the Kansas City Royals, and it's during spring training, and he's just talking to one of the players about how he shit his pants in the Bellagio. That's right. I haven't thought of that in forever. So we get those pages and pages of weird food content before the waiter starts giving him a weird look, and it's because, and this is the first time this is mentioned, Tex realizes that everyone in the restaurant is wearing the same metal bracelet that he is not wearing, and so clearly it's identified him as
as
not of, and
then the waiter does the scream from
just fucking it's Sutherland's all over him.
Sutherland's right in his face.
We watched that for the first time last Halloween. God damn, it was good. I I was really not expecting it to be to hold up as much as it did. It was really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, young Jeff Goldblum, fantastic. So panic, right? Panic. Chapter 33. Don't worry about it because nothing happens. He just leaves.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. He's fine. And it's going to come up a little bit later. But it's certainly not. It's not schmuck bait, but we're treating it that way. So he just leaves. He tries to come up with a plan for finding the mole, but instead he falls asleep for 6 hours.
Sure.
He is the worst PI of all time. Like, he is terrible at this. He finds a gigantic Nazi rally style tent revival, led by Reverend Claude Shepard, who is like a televangelist who we were briefly introduced to earlier in the book. And he's disappointed that it's the obvious bad guy. And for once, Tex speaks for all of us. It's another example of this being obvious or completely not obvious in a way that is not good or satisfying at all. So he's disappointed. Great. We got a big speech about purifying the earth. Vorman, Pilot Vorman. That's the guy who was the turncoat, quote unquote. And he's accused of being a traitor. And, it's at that point that Tex realizes that Vorman's on his side, and that he's basically given him up to the bad guys. And so he does the stupidest thing possible, and he rushes the stage and starts shouting into the mic about how you're gonna kill everybody on Earth. You're gonna kill everybody. And
it's a virus. It's a virus.
Yeah.
It's like, and for those of you wondering, it's basically like a virus bomb from Warhammer 40K that they're doing.
Yeah.
And you would think it's like, oh, it's going to target the mutants or whatever. No, it's just going to kill everybody.
Just going to kill everybody. And that's the whole point. They're going to kill everybody, and then they're going to wait 40 years, and then they're going to head back down there and like repopulate the earth. The whole thing we're going to find. It's very eugenics, Ayn Rand, Pandora shit, that they've got planned. It's all that shit. So he does all this. He basically does the fucking, Soylent Green is made of people speech into the mic, and is immediately hauled away. Nothing comes of it. He doesn't.
Nothing comes of it. Yep.
So he's taken a Lowell Percival, who should have exploded in his building
Did not.
Earlier in the book, but he is alive and well. Chapter 34, Lowell does the whole Bond villain explanation thing.
Yeah. He's like, here's my whole plan.
Right. And honestly, the only way I could have disliked this more, it was if our author had actually like made him reference that and goes, yeah, I know, it's kind of like a Bond villain, because that's what he's done for everything in this book. He always has to point out what his references come from. But in this situation, we just leave it alone. And thanks. That was a tender mercy. So he basically offers Tex a spot. Stay here. Tex tells him to get bent. He's left with this big goon henchman and this gorgeous woman henchman. The big goon one turns out to be Jack Foe, which we learned this name before. This is the person who killed the colonel. He is the chameleon.
He is the chameleon who he is like just referencing like he can change his appearance at will.
Yeah, he's literally a shapeshifter.
Literally a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Do we understand how he's doing this? We do not.
Nope. We do not.
But
we
sure,
just got a guy with superpowers.
We just got a guy with superpowers.
Yeah, and he, by the way, he was. I don't know. They don't. It's not clear. It's never. Yeah. It's like, and he, by the way, he was the one who was Countess Renier. Like, so he was. Yeah. He set him up.
That's why they can't find Countess Renier, because she doesn't exist, because she's just a figment of Chameleon's imagination.
Yeah.
And this is where it's like, hey, Chameleon. He's a guy named Chameleon, and he can look. Remember, like in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Except the Chameleon, the Spider-Man villain Chameleon can't shapeshift. He's just a master of disguise.
He just blends in.
Disappears.
It's so
like
dumb.
He has the Grail already.
Right. He admits to killing the colonel, slitting his throat. Fine. All of that. Was he dead? Is he dead? Is it just kind of like, oh, okay, we found out what happened. He's about to kill Tex, but the other henchman, this woman named Ava, shoots him first. And when I say him, I mean the shapeshifter, the chameleon, not Tex. That would have been a great ending.
That would have been perfect ending. Roll credits.
Oh my God, yeah, boom, we're done. I would have given this a whole 1.5 more stars. Chapter 35. Turns out Ava's the mole. Lucky. They kill another security guard to get his disguise, to get his uniform.
So here's the thing. Here's how I would have tied the whole like Ava thing back together, right? So instead of like the other woman being like some rando named Ava, what if the whole time it was Alana who was working for Percival, trying to get in close with him as like the Capricorn mole, and is what if?
And that would have brought in, it would have tied some things together instead
tied the whole
of just,
fucking thing together.
Just a brand new. Instead, we got a brand new character. Know nothing about.
We know nothing about. Don't worry, he's going to objectify her soon.
Oh, so fast! Like she's a hot blonde. We find that out real fast.
Yep.
The watch has the winter chip inside of it. Hooray! They make their way through a bunch of fake environments. This is a big point of contention with Tex. Like they've got Matrix style. Like you want to go to the Grand Canyon? Here's the Grand Canyon.
They got like, Fenway Park.
Yeah, Fenway Park. You know, they mentioned that one by name, and he's like, but it's not real. It's not the real thing. And it's like that scene in the Matrix. Like, I know that the signals are telling me that this steak is real, that it isn't real, but what the fuck difference does it make? Why does he suddenly give a shit? It doesn't make any sense. So Ava says that what they have to do is go to the network center, but she has no idea what they're going to do when they happen to get there. This is not true. She goes, I'm really not sure what we're going to do when we get there. Nope. Not true. They search around in chapter 36, by the way. The winter chip, the whole point of it is that theoretically it will shut down, the Moonchild, which is the name of this space base. I hate that it's called the Moonchild.
It's a space station.
Yeah.
It is 25,000 miles above the Earth's surface.
Yeah. Just Moonchild distracts me so much. It makes me think of 2001. And once again, stop bringing up better media in your media. So we meet.
I also thought of like Frank Zappa's kid.
That's
Moon Unit.
Moon Unit. Yeah. Oh, Moon Unit. Was she she was the one that did the Valley Girl voice, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That was her.
Yep.
So we meet two security guards, and in one of the least suspenseful scenes in literary history, they have to like play it cool, and like Ava has rapport with one of the security guards because she's a girl, so they can gab. And the other one is this great big, roughneck of a man who's staring him down, not trusting him. And then of course, and he's like nervous. He's like, I'm trying to keep it cool. A single drop of sweat fell down my head, like Total Recall. And I wish it would have ended the same way. But the alarm sounds and the alarm doesn't sound yet, but we do get the radios go wild saying, hey, there's these two, and they kill them. It's really not that big of a deal. It's crazy, not suspenseful.
Did you know that Frank Zappa was a conservative?
I think I had heard something like that.
Yeah. He said he was a registered Democrat, but he favored limited government and low taxes, and he approved of national defense and Social Security, but only if citizens are willing to pay for them. He favored capitalism, independent business. He opposed communism, all that stuff. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it is one of those things like that. If conservatives actually believed in half of the shit they talked about, not like the capitalist stuff and all that, but like small government, shit like, there's a lot of stuff I'd be like, yeah, I'm super in it. I love the idea of small government. You guys don't. You guys love big government. So yeah, that it's always a weirdo like Zappa that you find that out and you go, yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 37. They find the networking room. They hold the workers there hostage while Ava installs the winter chip. It's as simple as that. It sets off an alarm and they flee. They climb down an elevator shaft and a chasing guard is randomly cut in half by the drop in the most graphic, vicious death scene. Once again, I can't help but think of the Holocaust reference a few chapters ago. It's like, this is not your book. What are you doing? This is not. Yeah. It's like if
also,
an episode.
Like going back to okay. By the way, the plan is to wipe the Earth because the mutants, right? Because the mutants messed everything up, so we got to wipe it over, and everybody else on the Moon Child is going to repopulate Earth, and they are of pristine genetics and all that stuff. And they make it clear, like, oh yeah, these text is like, oh, I see everybody from every race, religion, creed. They're all on here,
right?
And here's the thing: is eugenicists wouldn't just stop at mutants. They would be. That's the problem with eugenicist. The eugenicist is that they would be like, okay, it's the black and the Asian people are fine. It's the mutants we got to worry about. No,
and then,
motherfucker.
And then one generation later, it's the well, actually, I'm not a big fan of the blacks, and
they would.
And it just keeps going down until there's like two of them left.
Like, don't feed me bullshit about post-racial harmony eugenicists in your goddamn book. That are just upset about they're upset about the mutant population.
It is. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's sympathetic to them, but it is kind of a little not sympathetic, but like they do kind of go out of their way to make them a little more believable.
These aren't your daddy's eugenicists,
right? Yeah. I hadn't thought of it like that, but that's absolutely true. It's a little weird.
Not saying that that their stance on mutants is good or valid or whatever. I'm just saying, in this universe, there is no fucking way that a proud eugenicist movement, which takes their in the book, it's described. They don't say he doesn't say it outright, but it's clear that it's Nazi uniforms would be like, it's just the mutants.
It's pretty clear. It's bad. So we've got like these weird moments of like light and fluffy. Isn't it hilarious that I'm so funny and telling dad jokes and shit, and then someone gets torn limb from limb, and then we get the warm and cuddly eugenicists. It's just a very confusingly themed book, which is nice. I don't know if to call it themed at all is terribly misleading. So the fuck. All right. So they escape into a woman's bathroom. Speaking of dad jokes, we get the standards. It's so much nicer in the women's bathrooms, which anyone who's ever actually had to like clean a women's restroom, like knows that that's bullshit. I'm not, this is not me putting women down in the slightest, but I worked at a diner where it was my job to clean both the men and women's restrooms, and they were both really bad. They were both terrible. Just because it's just women had one more horrifying liquid to randomly place around the stalls. That's it. That's all it is. It's still really gross. So that whole like idea of like they're getting facials and massage therapy and lounging and all that kind of, it is insane.
Yeah.
So they find Vorman's ship, his freighter, and Ava explains to him that she's going to have to open the bay doors for Tex to escape. Because she has to be out of the ship to do this because they're on hydraulics, they're not on in the network or on the system, so she has to be out there. And it's this moment of like, wait, I can't leave you. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. I'll find a way back. It'll be fine, but you need to leave so that you can tell the authorities about the upper brass guys who will probably have an escape plan and or escape pods. And you gotta get there and tell the story, which is insane for a lot of reasons. First off, we're never going to see her again. She's dead. She doesn't. We don't even get an epilogue. She's like, I told you I could escape, bitches. Like, no, it's like she's dead. This is it. So she sacrifices her life for Tex Murphy.
Tex Murphy.
And for some reason, she thinks that he is an authority figure that police and government watchdogs will listen to and take seriously.
Anyone will believe.
Anybody. She's like, no, but if it were, I have to believe that in a real world, she'd be like, I need you to get out there and hit that button and then come back around and I'll totally give you a lift to Earth. And then he does it and she's like, thank you for your sacrifice. And gets out. So, but yeah, she says, I don't want to die, but I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. We never see her again. We never see Vorman again. They are both dead. Chapter 38, we get a long, uninteresting scene of Tex getting the freighter through these two sets of hydraulic doors.
Yep.
They're slow. He's getting shot at. It's not suspenseful. It's so dull. It goes on forever.
Yep.
Chapter 39. He's escaped. The Moonchild dies. He sees the lights going out. Because the ship has done its work. It has shut down the whole thing. He even refers to it at some point as like the space equivalent of the Titanic because thousands of people inside are dying. With this, we will find out later that it isn't enough that they like just the life support systems and stuff run out. It goddamn explodes, which we don't get to see. By the way, we just hear about it. So Tex is responsible for thousands of people's deaths. Now, and he makes a point to say, but most of them deserved it. Most of them. He's still super good with it being like, well, yeah, you gotta break some eggs to get an omelet. Like it's that shit. So anyway,
and by the way, there was like children on this thing too.
Families. They had whole families in there.
Upwards of 10,000, I believe, was the number.
Yes, and for anyone who's listening, saying like, well, I don't think we're meant to take it that seriously. I'm sorry. Did you miss the Holocaust references and the torn in half? I think our author wants to take it deadly fucking serious, one way or the other. Anyway, Tex makes it back to Earth. Hooray.
Anyway, he's back.
He's back. And several of the top cultists have been taken to, custody, and he predicts that it's going to be a great big, heavily televised, like, trial of the century, and they just are disappeared. He's just like, we never hear from them again. It's like, holy shit. Okay. Tex has to, he's ordered basically like, we're not paying you for shit. And you're going to have to keep this story under your hat, but don't worry. Don't feel too bad for Tex because the Mutant League gets a word of all the things he's done and they send him 10 grand, as a reward, and 10 grand. It's 2040 after the fallout. That's probably $50. So that's not so bad. carton
yeah.
of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Chapter 40, Louis' diner has a celebration, basically. Tex flirts with Chelsea. It's gross. It's really gross. It's just
Really
terrible, terrible flirting.
Just so bad.
I am not opposed to romance or flirting or fucking in my books. I have no problem with that. It's just, it's bad. It's not good flirting. It turns your stomach, and it appears to be working on her. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
These are the stories that little manosphere babies read and go, I could do that and get bitches. Anyway, felt gross to say. So we get a news report reminding us that Tex is responsible for the death of thousands. They like basically are like, yeah, so thousands of people died up there, and they say that in the thousands.
The thousands.
He is a mass murderer. That is all there. He is up there with Pol Pot. Like, that is what he is doing. Where's Ava? Dead, floating around in space somewhere.
Yep.
Where's the pilot turncoat? Dead. There's another guy.
Yeah.
He is directly responsible for the death of, because he just tied his ass up and left him to the dogs.
Yep. Where's Eddie Ching? She's dead.
Dead, probably.
He says that she's dead.
Okay.
I just don't remember the scene of her dying.
Well, she dies off camera then, because the last thing he hears of her is like over like their communiques.
Got
it. So he didn't see it happen. He just kind of assumed. The death of the colonel is like, and we've gone back and forth on this. Is he dead or is he disappeared? And I was actually, honest to God, I was like, well, they're going to bring him back and he's going to go, thought I was dead the whole, nope, he's just dead. They didn't need to do that at all. So Tex heads back to his office, and there's a dame there who's going to offer him a new job. And as if this book isn't insulting enough, it steals a line, one of my favorite lines, from Raymond Chandler. Which is, he alters it a little bit. The original quote is, "It was a blonde to make a bishop kick through a stained glass window." That is good writing. Like, that is good noir writing. That shit rules. And he steals it and says, he goes, that's, as the old saying goes, fuck you, old saying. It's Raymond Chandler, a guy that you keep talking about Tex worshiping. Don't act like this is just some idiom. Give some goddamn respect. Put some respect on Raymond Chandler's name, people.
Yeah.
God damn it. And that's the end, by the way.
That's the end of the book, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Kevin, what'd you think?
I'd rather not.
I don't want to think. I don't.
What is it? Bartleby the Scrivener?
I care not to. Or is that what it is? Prefer not to. Something like that. This book sucked.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
I'd prefer not to.
I prefer not to. That was Melville, right?
Yes.
Okay. See, once again, if there's anything this book, I'm reading a bunch of classics this year. I promised myself I was going to read 10 classics this year. And if there's anything that this book has done in the positive for me, it's made me go, ooh, I bet Raymond Chandler counts. That's a classic. I can read some Raymond Chandler. I can read some Dashiell Hammett. I'm good. I'm already planning on reading Moby Dick. So Melville, that's all. It has done everything to push me away from this book.
Yes, it is repulsed.
Yes, that is. It's the definition of the word repulse. I have. If we didn't have this show, I've said this about a lot of books, but I would have put this book down within 20 pages. The first time he referenced, the Maltese Falcon or something, I was like, that sounds much better. Let me pick that up. That
sounds like an interesting book.
Yeah, I probably don't have to spend a dime on it to find it for free let's do it.
Is it probably going to have some racist stuff in it? Sure. But,
absolutely it will. Yeah. But it's just so goddamn good that I'll have no choice but to shrug my shoulders and go,
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of like, Shadow over Innsmouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, but a lot of shit Lovecraft wrote where you're just like,
Being the worst thing a person can be. Italian.
Oh, I think that's
God. I don't know how did they was this book actually published, or is this a self-publish situation?
I believe it was originally published. It was published a couple of years after the game came out, so I think that was 96.
Right.
I believe it probably had a very limited run, very short run. But this version that we are reading now, yes, was self-published by the author.
Okay.
He retained the rights to the character, I guess, because he did write, the games.
Right.
So he said, you know what people have been craving? You know what people have been
more Tex
clamoring for? It's Tex Murphy. They need more Tex in their lives. So,
yeah. So anyway, that happened. That book happened. We are promising you though that the next book we read, I actually read the first couple pages. I was like, oh, this actually already reads better.
Which one are we reading again?
We're reading the adaptation of Silent Hill 2.
Yes. Okay.
So
yeah.
Good. I'm thinking we should watch. So if you can watch the movie first and then read the book. And that way we're all caught up. But yeah, next week you'll start getting the Return to Silent Hill novelization of the movie Return to Silent Hill, movification of the game Silent Hill 2.
We are through the looking glass, people. Like,
and
this.
By the way, this will be our second novelization of Silent Hill 2 that we have read.
We've never done that before. You're right. That's never happened before.
Under completely different circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Well, that's going to have something. That'll be something there.
And you know what? I for as bad as the movie apparently was, it's amazing that Silent Hill 2 as a game has enough staying power culturally that there are two wildly different adaptations of it in book form
that
we are covering on the show.
Yeah. That counts for something, damn it. I guess.
God.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that we've gotten through all that, Kevin, let's get to matters of the heart. Simple question for you, sir.
Sure.
What are you playing?
Oh, okay. What am I playing? Oh, fired up Steam and see what I've been playing recently. Okay. Yawned right on through that. So I've been playing a game called Tearscape, which is a top-down hack and slash, like Legend of Zelda type game, but with Bloodborne aesthetic. It's basically Bloodborne meets Legend of Zelda, but with, I would say, the graphics look a little bit closer to Game Boy level rather than
this is Game Boy as shit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a neat game. The only thing, the main criticism I have for it is there's like a main theme that plays through a bunch of the areas.
Okay.
And I'm listening to it and I'm like, why does this song have a walking bass line? This does not scream Bloodborne high adventure. Instead, I'm getting.
I see.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's way more 8-bit than maybe they wanted to be.
It's given like the walking bass line is like what? This is not a Huey Lewis in the News song,
right,
guys? What are we doing here? Anyway, that's my main critique of it. But yeah, it's a Steam Deck game. You know, you throw it up on the Steam Deck and you just sit there and developed by Nerds Take Over. I don't know how long it is total. I remember I was watching Iron Pineapple play. He does this series called Steam Dumpster Diving, where he just puts the Souls-like tag into Steam and plays games based on that with varying success. And this game did appear on the most recent edition of that video. And I think it took him about 5 hours, and I'm like almost 3 hours into it, so maybe a few more hours before I wrap it up. Okay. I'm also playing the first Berserker, Kazan, which is it's a Souls-like, but it's more in the vein of Nioh. So Nioh has the combat is very similar in that
this
action.
Is stupid beautiful. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's very similar in that action RPG style where it has, parrying, stamina, blocking takes up stamina and all that stuff, and attacking, and you have to balance everything out. But it's more action oriented than your typical Souls like, and to that end, it's very much more like Nioh, which is faster paced and mission based, where instead of being in one continuous map that that it's like interwoven through, and you find shortcuts back to, it's more like, okay, you get dropped off and you go, and there might be some shortcuts for save points or whatever, but it's just a mission. So there's that. First Berserker's on. I put some time into that. It's pretty good. I mean, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like I don't. It's like a fat-free, eating something fat-free, where it's like you end up just eating more of it to get the same sensation rather than just eating one thing. And my daughter has been watching streamers and YouTubers play Left 4 Dead 2, so she's like, can we play Left 4 Dead 2? And I was like, okay. And I bought it, and friend of the show, Jesse Garasha, commented on Steam on my purchase of Left 4 Dead 2. He said, how the hell didn't you have this already? And I'm going to be honest, for a while I thought Left 4 Dead 2 was one of those games that just came with your Steam account.
I own Left 4 Dead 2. I've never played it, but I own it. Yeah. Oh, that's shit.
Yeah, so we put in like 90 minutes into it so far, doing like the first campaign. We're on the last level of the first campaign.
It's so fun that you guys get to share that. I love that. Yeah. And so we moved on from like back in the day, it was Minecraft and such. And Minecraft is still in there, but now we do things like, there's also Stardew Valley, but also we started playing Peak this past year. Oh, yeah. And which is hilarious. No, I didn't want you to run Peak. I was just clicking on your thing. It's not all about you, Peak.
It's not about, and Left 4 Dead 2. I mean, this is her first, first person shooter, basically. Yeah. That I played with her. I mean, she's played Fortnite, but that doesn't really count. That's a third person kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. And one other thing, I literally just started playing it today because you were talking about it last week. Is Resident Evil 0.
I saw you playing this.
I had decided, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play through all of the Resident Evil games from 0 to 9. And I was like, maybe by the time I get back around to 9, they'll have announced the DLC or something like that. So I started Resident Evil 0. I just, I put in an hour and a half into it. I've just gotten out of the train section. Which is the first hour of the game is the train. And then you're basically into something that is like the mansion for the game. So I'm in there. It's the Umbrella Research Facility, but it's their like above ground building that Umbrella employees, I think, would go to. You know, like the actual facility, and it seems like lore wise, it's like it's not that far from the Spencer Mansion. Okay. So, and the concept of the game, for those of you who don't know, you play as Rebecca Chambers, and it's basically it takes place earlier in the day before Resident Evil 1, for the most part, right? That's pretty much the long and short of it, and the end of it would be Rebecca getting to the mansion.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that's what I have been playing. Phil,
nice.
What are you playing?
Mostly eugenics. I've been playing a lot of eugenics.
I felt like once you really got into that game, you were gonna not be able to stop playing it.
It's weird because on one hand, I have put in a decent amount of time into it. I like the sense of humor. I tried so hard to get into the Binding of Isaac, but I'm just terrible at it. And so a turn-based strategy kind of thing is definitely more my speed. I'm not sure if I like this game though. I've put like 15 hours into it, and I'm still not sure if I like it.
You put 15 hours into it, and you're like, I don't know.
I don't know. I find myself turning it on to do another run. I like the themes to it. I like how fucked it is. It's a little more like, actually, it's a little bit like the Tex Murphy book we just read, in the sense that you're floating along on it being kind of weird but cute, like
sure,
alternative kids cartoons kind of shit, and then you realize, oh, those are fetuses that I'm fighting. What the fuck? Like, you know, and you're like, oh right, this is the Binding of Isaac, guys. Okay, yeah. It's just really slow. And it might just be the way I'm playing it or something, but it's like, you know, because the roguelike aspect of it is very slow, and it's taking me longer to progress in a way that, I don't know if it's just me or if it's the way that the game is designed, but it's one of these things that I have a 15-hour playtime, and I log in and it's like 5% done. I'm like, are you fuckers fucking with me? What? And I'm sure that a big part of that is like, you know, the 100%ers and how there's a whole shit ton of little things like that. But even if the core of the game is like 70% or something like that, that's still insane to me. So I don't know if it's the way I'm doing it or not. I might watch some people play. I've never watched anyone play this game. See if maybe I'm missing something. But I have come back to get. You remember the controversy that I started with Crow Country, where I did not like it at all.
Did not like it at all.
At all, and then like right near the end of the year, I played it and went, oh, I get it. Never mind. Game of the year, got it. So this might end up being like that. This is a very good game to have a laptop, you know, to be just sitting around while your kid watches his, you know, legally required ration of Bluey. You know, to just sit down and play a little eugenics or something like that. I'm wrapping up the 4th expansion for the Dawn of War Definitive Edition, Soulstorm. I'm almost done with that, and that will mean that I have seen the end credits on all 4 of the games in that. That was money well spent. I love it. Still playing a little bit of Model Builder. That's another one that's like, I'm really enjoying that as just a little piece here and there. I cannot get into the painting aspect of it.
Sure.
I do the bare minimum when it comes to the painting stuff, because it's just too, even with a mouse, because I'm mostly playing this on my laptop, even with a mouse, it would be so not worth the squeeze.
Right.
I see that there's a Wacom thing with it, so I'm sure there might be people who play this with a tablet or something like that.
Yeah,
That's who this is for. I do find the process of clipping apart, taking apart imaginary sprues and putting the models together, and there's no creativity involved whatsoever. And I find that at this point in my life, I'm kind of okay with that with certain games.
Sure.
I'm following the instructions very closely, and I'm being rewarded for it, and I like that. So that's nice. I've started playing Vampire Survivors again. I'm like slowly.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. Especially after I got to play the Vampire Crawlers demo.
Oh yeah. You're basically just waiting for Vampire Crawlers to come out.
That's literally all I'm doing. I'm going to play the fuck out of that based on the demo. There are still some achievements I haven't hit with it, and there's all the fucking DLC, and it's still so goddamn charming and fun. So I'm enjoying that. More to the point with you were talking about Left 4 Dead with your kid. I am waiting for the Bluey game to come out. There's a Bluey game, not the first one that came out. It's like the Quest for the Golden Pen.
Okay.
And it's based in, I don't know if the episode where they're like drawing and they're basically playing a D&D campain.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a very good episode. They're
all good. I mean,
they're all great. But I have a certain love for that one because it's all through. All four of them are drawing themselves as kind of fantasy characters, and the story is them going through this adventure looking for a dragon to fight the dragon. And all the stuff that goes with that. And it's very cute. And like Chili, the mom, is like a really good artist. So hers is, she's basically made herself into this ranger riding on horseback, and she's wonderful. And then the kids drawing like kids. And, a Bandit it made himself into this Conan the Barbarian style character, but it's like, it's only a step above the kids. And this game, it looks like a kind of a adventure game in that style, which I think is really clever, and
that's cute.
It's really cute, and I think I know Graham would enjoy hanging out with me while I play that. We can play it together because he used to enjoy sitting in my lap and watching me play certain games. So that's mostly what we're looking at. That's it. That's me.
Oh yeah, this looks really cute.
Yeah, it looks cute. It looked family friendly. I think the only thing that gives me pause has nothing to do with the game itself, but it's actually an episode that kind of Graham gets kind of scared. The episode there are a couple of dragons the whole point is Bluey isn't confident enough to draw a dragon. They're trying to encourage her to finally draw the dragon. And
I'll teach you how to draw a dragon.
The dragon. I mean, honestly, it is very Trogdor.
Now that would be an amazing crossover.
Crossover of the century. That is all there is to it. But yeah, so there are parts.
Bluey. I hear you're not drawing a dragon, but. You got a consummate V's. Consummate.
I've got to write that. That's
your fan fiction is Bluey and Strong Bad crossover.
That would be amazing. No, but anytime one of the dragons is on there, my son will kind of like cover his eyes or squeeze his eyes. It's so sweet, and you just want to hold him, and his mother will be like, okay, well, we can skip it if we. I'm like, no. We're not skipping it. He's doing fine. He's doing, because I remember being that age and being scared of everything.
Sure.
And he's gonna be fine. He just has to see it.
And now all you write are horror stories.
Exactly. So. Nothing. Strange happened with that. There was no nurture involved in that whatsoever. So it's all fine. It's all good. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. All right. Thank you all for listening. Go ahead and follow us on the social medias and all that fun stuff at PixelitPod on just about everything. And now that ICE has decided to become our TSA now, Free Palestine, fuck ICE, go birds. Yeah. and have a good night.